Hey everyone, SpeeDMan here. Welcome to this episode of playing as Vercingetorix. So we got a couple wars here, and the first thing we're going to do is get set up for settlement in this particular oil tile. So first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and buy ourselves a nice little settler. Bring that immediately over because we do not want to waste time. And the good thing is, once we have access to that oil, that's going to allow us to be able to get started on building an oil reserve. So eventually, when we need to start upgrading some of our line infantry into actual infantry units, we can get ready to do so pretty effectively. You have to see, those are Renaissance walls, so I can't really do too much to them directly, but in the moment, I do have a position that I can get started. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here because I want to actually start attacking this city pretty heavily. If I can take that city quickly, next couple turns, that'd be a good way for me to assert the positional dominance a little bit more easily, and also just protect the area and also have control of this spot here, which will be good. Well, let's go ahead and kill that. We'll take that city. Gives me another city to work with, and also takes a little bit of that pressure off the area as well. Now I have a bit more pressure that I can work with, and if I need to bring my units back over here to heal up, I can go ahead and do that pretty easily. So that gives me another city to be able to have control, so very happy with that. I don't see how that makes sense. Nobody is even near that. Coal power plant, that makes sense. That doesn't. That's fine. And that's good. So sometimes the AI can choose some really, really weird, like, backwards things that just do not make sense. Which is fine. The AI tends to do things like that. So go ahead and bring this over. And what we'll do is, I would say, honestly, we'll take volley, because then we can see our damage is going to be a little bit better. We're going to stay defending her. And then what we'll do is just hold good position here. We'll just fortify this unit up, just have them heal up. We want to make sure our units are getting a nice ample opportunity here to get healed up, and also just be able to defend this area a little bit more effectively. So if something comes up here, we'll be okay. What we'll go ahead and do is we'll just move up here, and then just defend the region. That way this area is being blocked, so if this comes down to try to attack us, we're going to be pretty safe. We'll also heal this unit up. And we will bring this down. That way we have a little bit more combat strength. Yep, that's better. Go ahead and explore that region just a little bit, just so we have some information to work with. Gives us more of an outreach that we can go through. And we're going to go ahead and bring this over here so we can make a mine here. That way we have a good solid mine to get set up with. They attacked that one unit. Okay, so that unit's got plenty of health back. That's also what I like about having Water of Life. So the extra healing when I'm fortified is going to allow me to basically survive these attacks way more effectively. What we'll do is, since that unit is attacking us, we'll just effectively one-shot it. Get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. So we have effectively neutralized most of the opponents in this spot here. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we need to think about also eventually getting Hagia Sophia so we can get that 4th apostle charge. So that's why I'm kind of holding on to Gustav Eiffel, so that way we don't use them yet. What we're first going to do is get Taj Mahal, and then once we get that, we'll actually go ahead and go into the mausoleum. So that way, once this gets done, we're in a good spot and we can go ahead and get those benefits. Okay, first thing in this city that we want to be doing no matter what is we need to get a harbor up and running. So harbor right here, that'll be an excellent harbor. These are some excellent tiles that I have access to. While there is a harbor that's pillaged, we can eventually get it up and running, and that'll be a good one. So that'll be something that we can get some additional benefits from. Let's settle up here. Since we get a free unit, we're going to go ahead and, honestly, I would like to have this guy here do some exploration of the other lands around the map. I need to do that so we can also get the two benefits. One is exploration, so we know what's around us, so we could potentially see some other city-states that we could potentially get some envoys from, and more importantly, also get the full circumnavigation of the globe here, so that's going to give us a nice amount of air score as well. Let's go ahead and bring over here. Either of these two spots is fine. That doesn't really make a difference. They're both +4, so that's fine. And we're now set up for the next turn, so not much damage done to us. And we're going to go ahead and pillage that. We're going to move here because we want to get a nice amount of culture from that. So we're going to set up in this position here. Move over here. I want to make sure that particular spot can be defended. And the rest of all this is looking pretty good, so that's fine.
The three great elements of modern civilization.
All right, so we've got Reformed Church. That is perfect. Go ahead and go into Theocracy. And what we'll do is we're going to move this up, and then we're going to go over to the, where is a military organization. We're going to take that one. And then we're very much going to take Aesthetics. That's going to be a big benefit for us. So we're going to go ahead and take that. This looks pretty good here, so I'm pretty happy with that. And what we'll do is we're going to actually get started on kind of moving some of these units out and about. So what we'll do is go here and pillage. Go here, and next turn we can pillage that for science. And then what we'll start setting up towards, we don't need to pillage this. That's not going to benefit us because we don't really need health. I'm going to pillage that, and then we can actually start moving towards that aqueduct. So that's looking pretty good. Okay. First things first in this city, we're actually going to go ahead and start bringing this unit all the way out. It's going to take a while, but I want to go ahead and find a position that's safer. So let's bring him through the waters here, through our land. It's going to be safer. Who's losing loyalty? Mycenae. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just very easily fix that. Victor, you are going to go to Mycenae, and that way we have loyalty, and also we can put some pressure into this area a little more easily. And let's go ahead and bring that over here. These other units are pretty safe anyway, so that's fine with me. You're actually going to bring this up north, and you are going to get attacked pretty heavily, so you should be safe there. And that's looking good, so excellent. Just doing a little bit of damage. We're one turn away from infantry, which is excellent. So that means what we could do is eventually bring some stuff back, get some upgrades going. Actually, I may go ahead and make a consideration for that now. And then bring that over here. Upgrade into infantry. Keep them surrounding this area. That way we don't need to worry about damage being done to us. That's not a correct number. It's a bug there, basically. It's a visual bug. I would be attacking the city, not the unit, so it's just a bit of a bug there, but that's fine. Actually, I'll have this there, so if they get attacked, we'll be safe. Next turn, actually, it's going to be a few turns for this unit. In a few turns, we'll convert the city, which will actually make it easier for us to do more attack damage. And then we can go for Gangneung and convert that city as well. At least put some effort into that conversion, so that'll be good. We don't have much presence, if any at all, so that'll be a nice benefit. Okay, so that's our first official upgrade. This will definitely be a good time for me to get that medic unit in. That'll give me some extra healing, depending on whether or not I can survive some of these attacks. If I can bring this back out of the way. Here and then here. That should protect this area well enough if I set up here. Because then I can stay back and not be as at risk. And then Chaplain will help keep these units alive. If they survive, that'll be good. So that's perfect. Bombard got done. We're going to bring that over here. Bring the other ones over here. Want to go ahead and get those in so that way we're in a good spot. That is Hatusa Send trade route. Probably not going to happen, but that is a pretty good city state for us. We can really develop our science output from that. So good for me. That is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and, since we have that bombard done, we're just going to keep working on getting more of them. The more that we get, the better they'll be. So we'll go ahead and just get started on that. We'll just place one here. Getting a neighborhood eventually will help us. That way that city can keep growing. Displays more pressure as well. 3 turns away from getting this Oppidum here. This will help protect this area just a little bit more effectively. And while we're at it, we're actually going to go ahead and fairly cheaply buy one of these. Keep these units back. Since this unit was weakened, we'll go ahead and just take that promotion. This is covering everything, so that's perfect. Ooh, that's weak. Okay. That's... I just got the god roll, dude. Alright, that's going straight over here. I'm immediately converting those barbarians, because that's going to give me a nice set of free military units, and I can actually farm military units out of it, so that's really, really good. Let's go ahead and just do some individual upgrades. One turn away from industrialization, that'll eventually give us access to potentially some coal, so that's not too bad. I need to figure out... Man, see, that field cannon army is a problem. That's really kind of like stopping this whole position here. If I could advance further, that would be good, but right now that's just kind of keeping me from doing anything. And obviously this city here is strong because it's got steel, so if I can really start taking a lot of these cities of Sunduks, then we'll be in a better position, but it's gonna require some work. Once we have some siege units, this will be much easier. I need that movement. First circumnavigation, we're 6 air score away from getting a golden age. That's perfect. Coal. That is pillaged, so I'm going to have to fix that. Just fine. That's not really terribly bad. I'll go ahead and just buy that now and make that quick repair. This is a chaplain, or this is the heathen conversion. Okay. So you're going to go here. And we're going to get ready in a couple turns to start doing some conversions. That's going to help boost my military strength a little bit. That'll make it easier for me to eventually build that strength for a couple other things. Eventually building up to another war in the west part of the map here. Once we conquer the east here, this is the hardest part right here. Once we conquer the east, it'll become much easier for us to really develop our military, because then we can set up some infantry and rocket artillery, and then we can really just start kind of flying through cities. So, especially because you can see the combat strength in a lot of these cities. Once we really get to a point where we're way ahead, it'll look pretty good for us. Pilgrim is going to be the only decent one out of all this, so we're going to go ahead and get set up over here, set out the sea, get to the Cliffs of Dover. I'm going to get that. Now watch this. Boom. Instant upgrade to the military. Check that out. That is a huge benefit, though. Oh, wow. Okay, so we can make a line infantry army right off the bat. We can make a core for this. This will actually, these field cannons will help kind of reinforce the field cannon core that we just lost a little bit ago. So that's huge. That's a big bonus right there. And there's more stuff coming that we can attack and get some level ups on. Oh man, dude, that's just... Oh, that is beautiful. Looks like we're going to be getting this one, so that's pretty good. 93 per turn. Well, that's, yeah. Convert those. I wanted to attack those first, so that way I can get a little XP on these units. Just might as well. They're going to heal up anyways once we get set up, so it's all pretty good. So I'm not really too worried about the situation as it stands right now. What I do want to do is I do want to go ahead and get some stuff repaired. So the more we repair, the easier it'll be for us to get some tempo going again. We'll move all the way over here. There we go. Combined arms. That actually is literally just right up ahead, so we can actually do that too. That'll be a good one. Embarked units also getting benefited from that as well, so this is actually starting to look up. In the period of 10 turns, this position was going from like pretty much a stalemate to actually not looking that bad. So I'm happy with that. Do want to keep bringing more units in. The more units that we have surrounding it, the harder it'll be for the AI to kind of decide what to attack, which is fine for me. And these are already pretty strong units anyways, so once we then can really work things down, we can get to a good spot. Then we can actually start bringing the range units in. I need to get them upgraded to a bomb, to a artillery first. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to actually work on getting some gold right now. Few turns we're going to be getting ideology, which is also good. That'll help, especially with the 5-year plan. That's good. Gunboat diplomacy is not too bad. That'll eventually be useful once we have a lot more slots available. For now, it's not really a big deal, so I'm not really too worried about it. As I expected, that unit died. I'm not going to take peace. Also not going to take peace. And we got the boost for chemistry, which also gives me another city-state envoy. That's good. We definitely need that, so I'm happy with that. That's going to allow us to get that additional benefit as well in the long term once we get up to research labs with the +6. That'll be good. And then honestly, now we could just start bringing our military up, and we actually will have enough of a potential position here that we could actually start converting some cities. So that's good. That's converting on its own, so I'm going to go ahead and actually bring that out here. I want to get that over to this area so we can start trying to convert this city. If we can get this city to our conversion here, that is when I can start bringing stuff over.
The cars haven't advanced that.
Alright, combustion is now done. We're going to go ahead and go into combined arms. At this stage, I'm going to start saving up for a settler, because if I can settle onto a uranium tile, that would allow me to get a big benefit. So what that'll do, if we take a look here, that's going to give us +2 production. And what it's also going to do, based off our Vercingetorix unique ability, is that if we settle on a specific, say for example, like it's on this tile right here, right? What happens is that all 6 of these tiles gain the potential benefit of whatever that resource is being actually extracted. In this case, it's +2 production, so that'll be +2 production on all of these tiles here, including the obvious settlement tile.
The chief in Calculum.
There's combined arms, so instantly got that done. Did we get lucky? Sort of. Sort of. I'll go ahead and buy that builder so that way I can go over here and then replace that and just fix this stuff up over here. That way we just get set up into a better spot. It'll benefit us nicely. after that, since we got that done, I think the next thing I could potentially consider, I mean, maybe go into this, but that's going to require a little work. Machine gun's not bad, because then we can actually go into nuclear fission, get nuclear power plants going. That would actually give us a massive amount of benefits, a lot of science, and a lot of production. So that actually seems like a really nice option. Alright, so next turn it looks like I could probably just take that city, which is going to massively benefit my empire. It's going to give me 20% more production for 5 turns on all of my cities. And I have quite a few cities, so that's not too bad. That works out really well. He knows he's about to lose that city too. AI is getting really panicked.
If you can walk away from a
We have flight now, so let's go ahead and have a quick look here and see how much it costs for... Oh, 960. That's not that terrible. Oh. Didn't realize we had access to that. Where are we getting that from? City states. Well, that's lovely. Once we get plastics done, I may consider going into that. But that's, so far, that's good. I'm actually quite happy with that. That's so cool. Awesome. So, more resources that we could sell. We need the gold right now, so I don't think it's going to hurt us really in the long run. Alright, so captures that city. We'll keep that city. That's already loyal. If we want to make sure it's loyal no matter what, we'll just bring Victor over and to Argos, and then we're good there. So, main thing is we're going to go ahead and focus on 2 specific points of improvement here. We want to make sure food is positive, which it is. And then secondarily, we want to make sure we are getting lots of benefits from fixing that conservatory. So let's do that. That'll be 7 turns. It's not that bad. In the meantime, we do have the means to go ahead, heal up as well. And we get ourselves a really good position that we can work off of. We're going to bring you here. And you will go here. Because this now has access to start doing damage against that city. And we can actually utilize that to our advantage. To my understanding, I think we have a position. Or is this on a hill? It's not on a hill. And is that a hill there? That is a hill. That might be blocking us. That sucks. And don't worry about seeing spaceports here. As we start taking a bunch of these cities, that's just going to basically give us free spaceports. So it's honestly not as bad as it looks. I'm just going to keep those attached to the hip for now. And you will move up. You don't have another attack yet, that's fine. Okay, that is pretty excellent here. So now we can actually get started on doing our official repairs. So let's go ahead and do that now. This city's got a pretty nice amount of production to start with, so that'll actually kind of kickstart our position fairly nicely in the east. And there's the atomic arrows, so the obvious choice for us to be picking for our golden age is going to be a very, very good one. It's going to be the Heartbeat of Steam. 2 arms is good, but I'm not really too worried about grievances. Honestly, grievances don't really matter that much at this stage of the game. I do want to be getting extra production, though. because we have many different campuses, and many of these different campuses all are going to be getting the benefit of having a significant boost to production. So that'll help us a lot. So namely, for example, if we go back up here, take a look here, like this +4 right here is now +4 and +4. And that's going to provide us just a long-term benefit that we can really utilize. So we are flying through this one. We definitely aren't going to be getting that one, so that's that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and while we're at it, just make a little army out of this. That way we're all good to go. There we go. So now this is pretty much taken care of. We actually make our way over here and get ready to start doing some proper attacks. We could defend that, which is great. And then we will take the... We're going to take Chaplain just because that's a really good all-purpose type of setup here. And we'll go ahead and really get started on trying to kind of surround the city. Actually, that works. Do a pillage. Yeah, we're starting to steamroll through cities now. And get the research lab focused on. So you can see by capturing a lot of this stuff, we just gained so much tempo relative to the AI. By taking a lot of her stuff and taking multiple, not just her cities, but also of her research labs, and we can see here a research lab. These are fully built campuses that are extremely powerful. And having a campus like that, like for science, campus like that with 6 science, and then obviously the production bonuses because of the era bonus, that's pretty insane. In this case, we're also getting a lot of benefits because we are flying through the Great General Blitz right now. So we're getting lots of that, which will definitely help us. Let's see here. 36 per turn on average. That's just a normal turn, so that's very good. Let's go ahead and work the city down. Go. That's our capital, and we can go ahead and just for good measure, we could do some attacks against it too. I actually kind of like the idea. Yeah, I definitely like the idea of converting into a science victory. We're so far ahead that honestly, with science, we could just now take this momentum and just fly away with it. So I'm kind of cool with it. Repair that. Once we get that repaired, that'll also give us a significant boost to science output as well. Honestly, just gonna save the charges here. So I'm just gonna have them hang out for a little bit. We did get another military slot, so that is good. We're gonna go ahead and just plug that into military research. Benefit our science output just even more. Take another city. Again, just gain more control of the area, and we also gain Machu Picchu, which is definitely not a bad wonder. It's very nice to have, and we'll take that upgrade, get that unit back up to full health, and now we have our first proper, fully leveled up, nice infantry army. So that is a very nice thing for us. Go ahead and move up here, and then just move you here. That way we have good vision of this area, and we can attack both of these areas at the same time. So not too worried about that. Then once we get nuclear fission done, I'm going to go ahead and focus on guidance systems, which will only take 5 turns. So honestly, the rest of all these things will start to fall in place. We will get positive food so we don't lose population and pressure. And then what we'll do is we will do Holy Site prayers. Since that's on our religion, that's going to actually benefit us. That's finally done, so that's perfect. Nah, that's fine. We'll just do Lighthouse. We have made some excellent progress this episode. I am super, super happy with where we've gone. We've made significant strides with culture, significant strides with our science output and our gains here. We are now the eminent player in science output. In terms of capitals taken, we have taken another capital this episode, and we are 3 away from the domination victory. However, we are also going to be pushing for the science victory as well, so if that happens to work out well in our favor, we could actually get there way faster. So things are looking up very, very nicely for our particular position. So things are really, really looking up right now. If you enjoyed watching this, and as much if you enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed doing this particular episode and really making it and just playing it, please let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. If you also enjoyed, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. SpeeDMan out.